Verb modals. Modals or auxiliary verbs are those verbs which help main verbs to form their tense, mood, or voice. Sometimes a modal is also known as a helping verb because it helps the principal verb. Will, would, can, could, must, shall, should, may, might, ought to, need, dare, etc. are the commonly used modals. Modals are used to suggest or express ability, possibility, promise, intention, suggestion, necessity, prohibition, compulsion, etc. Read the following sentences and trace out what meaning is expressed through these modals. 1. We shall join computer center in summer vacation. Intention. 2. I will do or die. Resolution. 3. I will slap you. Threat. 4. We should obey our teachers. Duty. 5. It may rain anytime. Possibility. 6. Run fast lest you should miss the train. Purpose. 7. Would you take a cup of tea? Polite request. 8. You can't enter the office. Permission. 9. Death can come to anyone anytime. Possibility. 10. This medicine might have relieved you. Past speculation. 11. You must stop playing now. Order. 12. You must read this book to secure good percentage, strong suggestion. In these sentences, the verbs in color are called modals. They are called modals because they express the feelings, mood, or attitude of the speaker. 1. Thus, a helping verb, auxiliary, that is used with another main verb to express the mood or attitude of a speaker is called a modal. 2. In question tags, we use modals in the following way: won't you? Shan't we? Shall we? Can't you? May they? Will he? Example. You will play hockey, won't you? Modals. There is no effect of the person or the number on the modals. Only the root form of the verbs are used after the modals. Modals never change their form. Shall and will. We use shall and will for future action. Shall is used with the first person, I, we. Will is used for the second and third person. You, they, he, she, it. Example. We shall complete this project soon. He will go abroad for higher studies. They will not play hockey in the evening. She will learn dancing and singing next year. However, when some determination, promise, intention, warning, or command needs to be expressed, will is used in place of shall and vice versa. Will is used with I and we, first person, and shall is used with you, they, he, she, it, third person. Example. You shall salute the gunner on the Independence Day. Order. We will attend your birthday party surely. Promise. I assure you, I will come. We promise, we'll take you on a long trip this summer vacation. He shall not stay here any more. Determination. You shall be punished for your mistakes. Threat. However, in questions only, shall is used with I and we, and will is used with you or they or he. Example. Shall I come to you? Will you keep your word? Would is used for request, condition, and also as the past tense of will. 1. Past of will. Example. He told me that he would come. He guessed that the guests would come. 2. To express a wish. Example. I would like to visit you. If only I would win this match. He would rather starve than beg. I would like to read Harry Potter. 3. To express polite request. Example. Would you like to have ice cream? Would you mind coming with me? 4. To denote condition. Example: she would pass if she worked hard. He would have stood first if he had worked hard. He would win the match if he practiced 2 hours daily. Should, the past form of shall is should. It is used to denote the following conditions: 1. Duty, advice, or obligations. Example: you should obey your parents. We should respect our teachers. You should keep your words. You should go for a walk daily to keep yourself healthy and strong. 2. Possibility, assumption, or inferences. Example: he should have come here by now. Times he should have completed his work. Should we play well, we shall win. Should my uncle get a good job, he will purchase a scooty for me. 3. After lest to express a negative purpose. Example: he works hard lest he should fail. They took a taxi lest they should miss the flight to London. Can is used to denote 1. Permission. Example: you can't enter my room. Times you can't touch my toys. 2. Ability. Example: he can fly an aeroplane. He knows how to fly a plane. She can swim for many hours. 3. Possibility. Example: they can reach here anytime. They can win the match. Accidents can happen to anyone anywhere. Could is past tense of can. It is used to express 1. Ability. Example: I could run fast when I was younger. You could lift the box if you tried. She could dance well when she was young. 2. Permission. Example: we could play any game we wanted in our childhood. 3. Possibility. Example: if they had enough money, they could buy bungalow. We could win the match if our bowlers performed well. 4. Polite request. Example: could you tell me the time, please? Could you please come with me to Mumbai? Could you help me? 2. Wish or hope. Example: may God bless you. May his soul rest in peace. May you pass the exam with flying colors. 3. Possibility. Example: you may reach there before sunset. It may rain this night. She may come here anytime. 4. Purpose. Example: he studies hard so that he may get a good job. We eat that we may live. Might, past tense of may. Example: he said that he might win the match. She said that the might come. 1. Permission, with politeness. Example: may I use your pen? Politeness: might I help you in this work? Might I use your pen? More polite. 2. Possibility. Example: it might rain. Remote possibility that it may rain. They might come back from Delhi today. He might complete his practical file in the next 2 days. 3. Speculation. Example: they might have finished their work. He might have recovered from the illness by now. Might shows greater diffidence or hesitation. Sometimes it shows greater doubt than may. Must is used to denote 1. Compulsion or obligation. Example: you must reach school by 9 a.m. You must do it just now. You must do as you are told. You must not touch electric wires. 2. Determination. Example: we must help the poor. I must finish this task soon. I must attend all lectures of Mr. Ashok. I must take a vow to work hard. 3. Strong possibility. Example: check it thoroughly. He must have made some big mistakes. He must be at least 74 years old. Or 2. It is used to make strong suggestions and talk about duty. It is a little stronger than should. 1. Moral duty. Example: you ought to serve your aged parents. We ought to love our country. Students ought to concentrate on their studies. You ought not to reveal this secret to others. The negative of ought to is ought not to. 2. Strong probability. Example: you ought to win this series against Pakistan. Dare. Dare, when used as a modal auxiliary, means be bold enough to. It is used in following situations. 1. Negative. Example: nobody dared speak in his presence. He dare not fight with me. 2. Interrogative. Example: how dare you touch me? How dare he use such vulgar language? Not uses. How dare she go there? Not goes. Third person singular does not take s after dare. Need. Need as modal auxiliary means be obliged. It does not take s in the third person singular present tense. While using need as a modal auxiliary, to is not used between it and the verb. One need is used in the negative and interrogative sentences to express doubt and prohibition. Example: need I remind you? No, you needn't. She need not start this job. He need not go. He need not go to school today. He need not to go to school today. He need not take medicines. He needs not take medicines. However, to is used between need and another verb. With third person singular pronoun or singular subject, needs is used. When it is used as finite verb conveying the meanings want, require, or be in need of. Example: he needs to attend the meeting. He does not need to go there. This house needs repairs. Used to. It is used for an action which occurred repeatedly in the past. Hence it is used only in past tense. Example: he used to sell garlands in front of the tomb of a Sufi saint. We used to play Coco in our childhood. My grandfather used to get up before 5 a.m.